Hi everyone. So today we are going to be heading out to pick up beef tallow from a farm about 40 minutes away, and I just looked up a few places yesterday because I want to improve my health and substitute certain oils and butters and just cooking substitutes for better ones. And beef tallow and ghee are known to be fantastic for your body for several reasons. You can look it up, and I'm gonna try it out. So I'm gonna make a skin moisturizer with it, and I'm also gonna use it for cooking and baking and stuff like that. So we're gonna go pick that up from a farm that is grass-fed, pasture-raised, and grain-free. And I'm really excited. So I ordered 4 pounds of beef tallow to try, 4 pounds of beef soup bones, and I grabbed the last carton of eggs. So we're gonna go pick that up. Join me for the drive and for the process of rendering and canning, because I believe it hasn't yet. So we're gonna do that once we get home, and I might run a couple errands throughout the day with my little one. I have to get some things from the dollar store, maybe some groceries. So yeah, you're gonna join me for that. I hope you are well and enjoy the rest of this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and let me know your name and where you're from down in the comments below. And yeah, let's pack up and head out. We're almost there.
Not me.
Yes.
Not me.
No. Oh my goodness. Wow. Hi. Look, Randall. Wow. Yeah.
Mommy, are we at the farm yet?
Almost. Do we go left or right?
I think right.
Okay, right. We're gonna get some butter and maybe some pepperettes.
Where is that? Okay.
We have these cute reusable pads. So guys, we just got back home and I wanted to go through all the things that we picked up on our drive. We left around 9:30, 9:40, and we just got back. So it's 2:30 right now. So we've been out pretty much, you know, a long time. So I'm gonna show you all the goodies that we got. It was so much fun and really good deals. So I found these at a bulk flower farm, or bulk, oh my gosh. I found these at a flower farm, and I got all 3 of these for $15. So I don't know what this flower is called, but I'm so excited to put these in my beautiful vase right here. And then I bought some pussy willow from a farmer as well. These are 2 separate places. And then we have 4 pounds of beef soup bones, and like I mentioned, this farm does grass-fed, pasture-raised, and grain-free beef. And then I also got 4 pounds of fat that I am going to render and make into some beef tallow. I'll use it on my skin and for cooking. And we also picked up a dozen eggs from them as well. And then I also visited an Amish store, and I love their salted butter. So I got a big roll of it. It is hand-rolled butter, and this is the brand. It is so good. Some of the best butter I've ever tried. And this is gonna last us a long time. And then I bought these to try for my little one because he loves breakfast sausage. So I have regular breakfast sausage, and I also bought maple cranberry breakfast sausage. And then from a separate little farm stand, we bought 24 I think there's 24. There might be more here actually. We bought a whole flat of eggs for $8. This I got from another place. She was selling rhubarb. I bought some onions, a cabbage, and then apple cider. And this is also where I bought the pussy willow as well. And we went to the dollar store and we did a little bit of damage. So I ended up getting this really nice headband, and I like that it's thick and the material of it, but also the inside has those two like rubber grips, which are great. And I just see myself wearing this a lot in the summer. And then I love these ones and I'm so happy that they had them. I love the colors and the quality of this one. It's by the Goody brand and it is made from renewable bamboo fabric, and there's 2 head wraps in this one. So those are the headbands. My son picked up an umbrella because he doesn't have one. This is a dinosaur one and I believe it was $4. It's actually really good quality. And I found this, which I'm really curious to use. It's a multitasker beauty bag. So I thought something like this is just good for travel, and also if I want to like carry up some makeup and film on a different floor or try some new things in a different space, then this is also working like a countertop as well, because it all just folds out and then you can just zip it all back in, and it's handy. So I also like the design of it. I thought it was fun and it was only a few dollars. And then I got one of these because our bathroom sink downstairs doesn't have one of these strainers. So I have lost many a things down that drain because nothing is covering it. So I'm gonna use one of these for that bathroom downstairs. And then in my shower, I'm in this like phase of using not hand soaps, but body soaps. So I thought that this would be handy to just have on the wall and put my little soap in there. And my shower hanger with all my bath products, it keeps falling because these rubbery things are not holding onto the wall. So I thought that maybe I could use this and stick it on these guys, and then maybe that'll just give it extra grip and it won't come off the wall, hopefully. I also picked some of this up as well. I don't know, I've also really enjoyed these little scent boosters for when I do laundry. And I haven't tried this one yet, but we'll see how that goes. And then I grabbed a couple jars to place the beef tallow in once it's done. And once I strain it, it'll all go in here. And then I haven't decided, I'm probably gonna use these 2 jars to cook with. And then I got a couple of different drinking cups for my little one. This one's so cute. It has bees on it and a little bee house. And this one as well. I like that these sizes can fit in his cup holders in the car, which is handy. And I also picked him up a few bath bombs, and this one is blueberry and vanilla. So that is all of it. And I am going to start, I'm gonna make my flowers right now just because I don't want these guys to wilt. And then we will work on rendering this fat, and I'm gonna place these bones in the freezer. So a few weeks ago, I bought lupini beans in a jar because I like lupini beans. I used to peel them. It's like a childhood memory for me. But then I looked at the sodium. Oh my Lord. I think it was 5,000 milligrams per half a cup. So, needless to say, we actually gifted that can of lupini beans to a family member who loves them and doesn't mind the sodium content. I didn't end up returning them. But anyway, point is, pressure cooker is on and making a lot of noise. It's kind of frightening. But my mom thought it would be a great idea to buy a bag of dried lupini beans. So we have been rinsing and repeating for, I feel like it's been a week and a half every day, these lupini beans, because we wanted to make them obviously a lot more healthier, but at the same time we also found out that preparing lupini beans at home on your own can be toxic, or you can be exposed to toxins from the alkaloids in the lupini beans if you don't prepare them properly. So we did that for a couple weeks, or not a couple weeks, but like a week and a half. We were draining the water for, I would say, like 1 to 2 times a day. And it ended up preparing a lot of beans. And now today I am preserving them. So I am pressure canning them, and I will show you what that looks like. So I had 2 jars like this with some lids, and I ended up boiling them and just sterilizing them for about 15-20 minutes. And then I filled the 2 jars to the top around this line, and then I filled it with regular room temperature water from our water filter. And then I added a teaspoon of kosher salt. I screw the lid on, and now I am pressure cooking over here one of the cans and also sterilizing another can because we still have some lupini beans left. So that is basically it. I ended up rinsing these in really cold water and making sure that any of the shells that fell off I gathered in another bowl and then kept it separate and just ended up throwing those out. That way we don't have any like shards of the residue in our cans, to the best of my ability. So this is what we have left. So it has made 2 large cans this size, along with probably, we could honestly probably do another one, but I just don't have this size. I have a little bit smaller than this that we're gonna fill, and then we're probably just gonna eat the rest today with a bonfire. So let's check on this, shall we? I'm just unscrewing the top here. And you really want to be careful because obviously this is boiling water. So we have that one big can, and then I just sterilized another can. So I am going to grab that can out and then lay it on here, and it needs to be left undisturbed for at least 24 hours, and then we might be hearing some hissing from the lids overnight, which is a good sign, and then they will be ready to store. Hopefully I did this correctly. I have only done this a couple times with other foods, so this is my first time doing like a legume, but I feel like the rules somewhat apply to most foods when it comes to preserving. So anyway, I'm going to take this jar out and then add some more lupini beans in that one, and we will pressure cook that one right there. Okay, let's do this. I have all like canning tools in storage, so right now I'm just working with what I have, which is fine, and it all is fine. It's all great, but we just have to be, you know, extra careful on what we're doing here. So I just standed the can up, and now I'm gonna pick it up with an oven mitt, obviously. I do not even want to try using tongs for this because it's gonna slip out of the tong easily and fall. So then we're gonna just let that sit. It's looking really good. And now we are going to add this one in here, and we're just going to slowly place it on its side, and then we're going to take this extra jar out and we're going to fill it up, and I will show you what that looks like. So I'm just grabbing the lupini beans in this bowl and then pouring them into this jar. Pretty self-explanatory. And then we are going to fill it with filtered lukewarm water or room temp water. We just don't want to add cold water in there because the glass will crack since it is really hot. The difference in temperatures will cause that to happen, which is very dangerous. And then we are going to add, once we add the water, we are going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt. And I fill it to about that high. Now let's go get our filtered water and I will be right back. Now I also want to mention that these parts I don't know if have been used already or not. Hopefully not, but they're literally the only ones we have. I usually throw out the ones that are used, but I believe these ones were my mom's. So I'm not sure if, you know, it's going to work as well, but we're going to try and see what happens. And this one in particular obviously is not the same, but it does have a seal here. So hopefully it works. I'm not sure, but we are going to cross our fingers. So we are going to add the water now, and we're just going to fill it so that it covers all the lupini beans, but you don't want to do it right to the top. You want to leave just a little bit of room. And then let's grab our salt, and I use kosher salt, and this is the brand. So I'm going to do a teaspoon of this salt. So then we're going to add our salt, and we're going to just make sure that there's no air bubbles in this. And it looks great. And that salt is going to help preserve the food. So now we're just going to make sure that the sides are dry, and then we're going to twist the lid on top. So now we can plop this in there. That was abrasive, Catherine. And we're just going to make sure that the cans are, the cans are covered. That's an important rule as well. And now we are going to screw the lid on top, and we're going to let this pressure cook for 15 to 20 minutes. Now, I didn't have a pressure cooker when I canned. I used the oven method, and you can also use like a regular pot. You just have to be extra mindful that, you know, it could boil over. So you really want to check on it. But I know tons of people who don't own pressure canners, and they preserve food, no issues at all. So just wanted to mention that. You don't need all the fancy tools in order to preserve food. You can use what you have at home. You just have to make sure that temperatures are correct, and the certain ingredients used to preserve are on deck, and everything is just sterile and sanitized. So there you have it. We have 3 cans of lupini beans. I'm gonna let these sit. This one did hiss when I took it out, which is a great sign. This one is looking a little bit low, but worst case scenario, I'll just leave the rim on it, and that way it'll secure it. This one did pop up, which is also a good sign. So we're gonna let these sit for a day untouched, and then we are going to store them in our pantry. So we're preparing a bonfire outside, and I just wanted to share these 2 things that I absolutely am obsessed with. It's an expensive-ish habit, but it's also a healthy habit. So the Organika Electrolytes with enhanced collagen. This is the juicy strawberry peach one. And then the brain juice watermelon brain power mix. These 2 powders, especially the electrolytes, I love having, especially since I eat a lot healthier now and I cut a lot of like refined sugars. This has just been such a key staple in satisfying like that sweet tooth I have, and also keeping me hydrated. So I have at least 2 scoops a day of this in my water, and this is equivalent to like 2 water bottles. I believe it is 500 ml. Let me see here. Okay, it's 887 milliliters. So I put 2 scoops of that, and then I find that it's like the perfect amount of water. Anything less, you might get a tummy ache with these powders. Well, I have a more sensitive stomach. And then I put a scoop of this, but I already had this morning, and I love just the combination of these 2 powders. But even this on its own in a glass of water is delicious. I love adding ice in it as well. I really love cold water like all year round. I know there's, you know, there's going to be people that say it's horrible for me, but I love ice in my water. So, and then you just let this sit. And I also add, I will go grab it. I add one more thing in here. I'm super tempted to like even make a favorites video and include these things, but I'm gonna add a lid, where I always just do a lid of apple cider vinegar, Mother Earth vinegar, organic, and you can grab this from Costco. I believe that's where I got it. It's unfiltered, unpasteurized, and I just do a lid, sometimes two, but like I said, I have more of a sensitive stomach, so one lid cap is enough for me in this entire cup. And then as you can see, like that powder's somewhat mixing kind of on its own. And then I'll read you a couple of these things. It says here, it's a good source of magnesium, high potency vitamin C with hydrolyzed collagen, and it's gluten-free, non-GMO, caffeine-free. And then 2 scoops of this is 30 calories if you are in the calorie counting category. And then I noticed too, like, which is important to me, I consume stevia extract. I try and stay away from other sweeteners, but stevia tends to be okay with me. And then also the monk fruit, and just the ingredients in this are clean and okay for my tummy, and also just like my new eating habits. So this is amazing. I love the taste of it. And then this guy, it says focus, clarity, memory, mood, daily brain power mix. This is the watermelon flavor, and it has active B5, B6, B12, alpha, GPC, and there's 75 milligram of green tea caffeine. And then a scoop of this, I believe, is 5 calories, and on the back here, it just has the science behind it. And this, I have noticed like a great amount of mood and energy when I consume it. So this is great. This is a little bit pricey. There's a month supply if you take it every day, and I think this is $50, but we usually get it, we're able to get it like half off because there's always a sale for this product. So this is great. And then this goes for about $40 Canadian. And I should mention, this is usually $50 American. So if you can get your hands on it on sale and just try it, I promise you, you will not regret it. It is so good. And then, like I said, I add the apple cider vinegar, and I don't even know if I put it in yet. I think I did. Oh, we're gonna overflow. We're overflowing. And if you're interested, Stanley Cup I don't own, but I own this, and it's by the brand Reduce. I love their water thermoses. They're amazing, and I have gotten a few people on these. They're so good, and you can buy them at the Superstore, but also Target, I believe, sells them. This one I got on sale for, I believe, less than $20, which is amazing. This one does not have a handle, but I have like a periwinkle blue one that has a handle. And then this, I ordered 2 of them from Temu for the first time I made an order, and this I included in it, and they're just great. So it's a cute little strawberry. And then what I like too is I have like 3 different options to drink out of this, and they clean really well. They are super durable. They fit in my car holder. I love just the way they feel. They're such great quality. So if you are looking for a different option, Reduce makes great ones. So anyway, we're gonna go enjoy the bonfire. Is this our first bonfire of 2024? Yep.
We had one when he was 1. Now it's better. Can I get a smile from both of you, Marshmallow?
There's fire on there. So don't touch it, okay?
Right.
Okay, Mommy?
Okay. popcorn. Got some graham crackers here. Delicious. Got the biggest marshmallows you could find.
Season of harvest runs with this word if. Anytime you see the word if, it's highly, because you'd never know if the scales tipped in your favor. If you had done enough, you'd live your life wondering, did I? Because I gotta tell you, the only people that get hurt by that are the people. Pastor, you make it sound so easy. I didn't write the book.
Now, you gotta be careful because this is hot.
Yeah.
Okay, can you get down so Mom can put this in there? This is very hot.
You get to sleep till, a little bit later. Some of you that came for the 11 o'clock service, welcome. Should have been here at 10. It was wonderful. Those of you that came at 9 o'clock, thank you.
Yeah. You just have to make sure all of this is in there.
That's it.
The greatest day you were ever of your life is the day you were born. The next greatest day is the day you're born again. Amen? So if you'll bow your heads, close your eyes just for a moment. And there are people in this room, and I suspect
Hold the sign.
that maybe your situation is not, I need to make the Lord of my life. I suspect you're reminded about the walk that you had
Let me get the bottom.
with the Lord, and you want to recommit your life today. What a
And then
great
I'll
day.
do
What a
the
great
top.
day this is for you.